TV series called 7th Street Theater.
It's different. It's not necessarily the
And providentially on.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Ariaz Wicker with Christian Movie Connect. Today we have a Hollywood cinematographer and my good friend Arledge Armenaki. Arledge, we had quite a time at the Gideon Film Festival filming interviews all week, and I'm like, I am not going to film all these famous people without getting the famous Arledge Armenaki into the picture. Yeah, so thank you for being with us.
Well, we had a whole host of people from all the different films screening here at Gideon. It was a lot of fun working with all the producers and directors and actors. It was quite a lively bunch.
Yeah. Well, I have to say I was honored to work with you because you have been doing this for a long time. You know cinematography, and I know that there are some people out there that would love to hear maybe a few tips from you. But let's first start and talk a little bit about your career. And you worked in Hollywood for a long time. Now you're working in faith-based movies. So tell me about some of the things you've been working on.
Well, recently we have a film that's out right now, Wesley, the story of John Wesley. Wesley was the founder of the Methodist Church, and we made the film here in North Carolina. We had a number of interns from Western Carolina University working on the film, and we had actors, 85 actors. We did everything they could possibly do wrong to make a film. We had children, we had lots of interns, we had costumes, and we shot a period film, and we did blue screen and green screen. All the things that you really shouldn't be doing on a low-budget independent film.
But you know, I saw that movie because it did play at the 2010 Gideon, and I was really, really impressed. Good actors, great cinematography. It was just a really good story.
Well, John Jackman is really a master of all trades. He's a pastor, he's a filmmaker, he's written for many videography magazines, and he's just a pretty amazing man. He was the core of the film and brought us all together in the Lord's grace.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, they have a good story. They want to make a good movie, but they don't have the money that they think they need to make that kind of movie. And I've heard some people say, I can make a good movie on any budget. Now, what advice would you give to someone that's trying to make a good movie on a small budget?
Well, it kind of goes contrary to what we did on Wesley, but try and keep it simple. You know, try and keep it pretty simple. And
you have to be really talented to make it the kind of movie you made.
Yeah, well, keep it simple and also have a good script. I mean, I see a lot of people, they wrote the script, they raised the money, and then they think that they are the one, because they know the story the best, that they should be the one to direct it and produce it and act in it sometimes. And it gets to be a bit much, and they get overwhelmed, you know. So if they get a good story and they get some really good screenwriters to give them some input on how to make it the best story, because most Hollywood stories, you know, I mean, they've gone through rewrite after rewrite after rewrite, and why are they doing that? They're doing that to hone the story, you know, and they get the story where it's just dynamite, it's really clear, it's involving, it's a page turner. You have that kind of script, then you're ready to go.
Okay. Well, I know you've been in this business for a while, so I'm sure you've done many movies on film and now the transfer into digital. Some people might say, you know, is everything going digital? I think the answer to that would be yes.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. I mean, the digital cameras are getting, you know, full-size chips now, or we have the Red One, we have the Alexia. There's a whole host of other models of full-size chip cameras that really can give you the cinematographic look where you're have, you know, a really clean, beautiful image with a lot of color and latitude and range, and also that you have the ability to have limited depth of field, and you just create painterly images, you know, and it's a wonderful tool for the cinematographer to work with. And some of the newer ones are lighter and so forth, so the ability to take the camera anywhere is there, you know. The real high-end cameras you'll probably be renting, you know, and the mid-range cameras you might be able to afford.
Okay. So if someone decided they're going to purchase their own camera, what kind of advice would you give them? What should they look for in purchasing their own cameras?
Well, we just had a workshop about that. It's called Camera Dating here at Gideon, and you know, we just had an hour and a half. That's an hour and a half discussion. But you know, I'd be glad to talk to anybody. I have a website, arledgearmenaki.com, and my email is just arledge@gmail.com. You know, if anybody can write to me or send me an email, or and I'd be glad to help them with that. But it's there's not a yes or no answer to that one.
Yeah, okay. And that's one thing that I do like about you is that you're the kind of person, you love to impart your knowledge to other people. You do that every day as a college professor. So talk a little bit about what you do at Western Carolina University?
Yes, I'm at Western Carolina University. We have a department of stage and screen, school of stage and screen. We changed to a school a couple of years ago. It's a wonderful place to be. We're up in the mountains, in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a beautiful location, and we have a gorgeous campus, and we have a wonderful group of people that comprise our School of Stage and Screen. We have one of the unique program where the theater department and the film department, all the students hang together, work together. Filmmakers make trailers for the theater shows, and the theater students, the actors and actresses, work on the students' films, and they get credit for it. And it's it's a pretty amazing place.
Okay, so if you want to study film, you might just want to go to Western Carolina University and study from this gentleman right here. I will say I can vouch for the fact that it's got to be a good program, because I was able to work with about, 3 or 4 of your interns, yep. And fantastic. I mean, they knew their stuff, great attitude, so I know you've taught them well.
Well, they've been putting out blogs every day. We've been shooting, and we've been working on a short film for the 168 project, and that got done tonight. Last night. Yeah, they're up all night long working on it. They're really dedicated filmmakers.
And they were such troopers. You're right. So I think we should say all of their names. Tell me who we had working for us and a little bit about them.
Well, I'll tell you their names. I think maybe they should come up and say a little bit about them. Well, Mason Taylor, he's exhausted right at the moment, so he's not going to say anything. But he's interested in editing and cinematography. And Jeb Bennett, he's interested in editing also, and he's a director. And Abby Taylor, she's interested in screenwriting and directing, and she's also an actress. She acted in one of our thesis films last year, The Dreaming Tree, and did a wonderful job. And we have a lot of our films on Vimeo.com. It's under my name, Arledge. I have a bunch of channels where a lot of the students' films are there. So if you want to see some of the films, we also have a channel called the Control Chaos Film Festival. We have it for 2010 and 2009, and it just gives you, in 2011, it shows you the films that the students have been working on.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for all the hard work that you and your team did for us here at Christian Movie Connect. And thank you all for watching. And we're always bringing you great personalities in Christian film. So stay tuned. Tune in again next week to Christian Movie Connect.